Financial Field. Throwing on first is Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Wentz. And able to complete it to Green-Beckham. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your
fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think
coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance, he had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. For it here, and this will be caught. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They come out here in the eye. Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he hits his man, Matthews. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. A little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an ease, less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Wilson. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Vamos.
Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
Estoy cerrando sus 100 varitos. Voy a hacer yo, obviamente, ¿verdad?
Wentz now on first down. He's
No
going to rifle
sabe a
one deep
quién.
left side.
No.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Wentz will try again on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second? You know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 4th down.
So the defense forces a 3 and out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass, went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his... You hate to ask the question, but Yeah, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Graceman.
That's correct. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
On first down, Wentz. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Again, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now Wentz on third down. And couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So now on fourth down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it over the hurdle. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Me la voy a jugar a ver si pega, a ver. Me la voy a jugar.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown! Philadelphia. Doyle bring back 38 yards. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, execute it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
They said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game, he's going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. 7 underscored. I mean, that's the... Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was a 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt, you talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied, this stage of the contest, boy.
Holding offense.
So 2nd and 10 here. They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Going for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push.
They've got the D, you're right. They just need the O. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Now it's Wilson. He almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hizo la fake.
Here's John Ryan now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And how about this, a fake?
Es fake, no puede
Out
ser.
of the backfield, that's complete. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I get anything trying to get going again? But you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab them. That would be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Wilson. He's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Pressure coming in, they got him once again. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
And now the Eagles' offense back out onto the field. Wentz, and on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times and any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Ertz over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Donnie Jones, an original 7th-round pick of the Seahawks, on to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake.
Oh no, oh no.
And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah, risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart. In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. A fake to Rolls. Now it's Wilson.
No puede ser. El otro men ya es hasta la 20. Vamos a ver.
On the pickup there. The drive will
Ya
continue. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of pop or a shove. Bring his arms down. Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Vamos.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Wilson.
No.
He's got Curse. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rolls taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result.
6
points.
Touchdown. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the 2nd half rolls along?
Miedo,
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Ay, Ay, sí, no la agarres, no la agarres. Deja que se vaya.
Siempre me salen así.
Algo así de...
Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds.
Creo que sería lo más inteligente. Vamos. No, toda la defensa va a venir por mí. No, y luego está adelante. No, pues ya. Tendría que ser rápido. Tendría que ser muy rápido.
Wentz now on first down. And his
No
pass
puede
is
ser.
for the fourth time today. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback,
Maldito
Richard
negro.
Sherman, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Throwing is Wilson. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Wilson, he's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, it's certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Wentz going to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give them 13 yards here on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
4 fucking segundos.
And this should be the Wentz now on first down. And now here is another interception.
Y otra vez el maldito negro
quarterback, Richard Sherman. And his guys are... And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Agárralo, sí. Sí, me lo regresaste, no, gracias.
Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many things.
¿Y otra vez?
Another interception.
¿Y ese negro qué tiene o qué?
Richard Sherman. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, There have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, they'll throw neat.
And that's
¿Cómo la
caught inside the
agarró? No
30.
manches,
That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
Ale,
Last
ahorita a
drive
ver
he
si
threw
se
the
pone
pick,
loco,
but
¿no? Luego
he's
me
not
cuenta
shy. He's
su-
going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Vamos, el negro ahorita no está, tienes que aprovechar. Negro Sherman. No, no, pues ya.
Right around the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Un milagro de Dios puede aparecer. Pero si no, si les tienen odia, y al mundo y todo, pues obviamente va a pasar lo que ya todos sabemos que va a pasar, ¿no?
Again, Wilson. And his
Come
throw's going to be incomplete.
Come on!
All defenders get tired of hearing about their
Come
lack
on!
of hands and why they're
Fortnite,
playing
dame
defense instead
poder!
of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
¡Vamos, sí!
Yes,
¡Sí!
he
¡Sí,
throws
vamos, sí!
there incomplete.
Patillas, desgraciados.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Yeah, man. No creo que la saquen. Pero no hay que hablar antes de tiempo.
Botanita.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
It's a short kick taken near the 18.
No,
And
si
they're
no
going to
hubiera
start this drive
sido
in
otra
pretty
vez
good
por...
shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
quedarían 100
a lot of people think the very next time out, run the
pierdo
football,
esos.
don't give them a chance.
¡Oh, güey! ¿Por qué no la agarró,
Maybe you
güey?
go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Wentz will try again on second down.
Bien,
It's incomplete.
¿Por qué no la fue?
And he still doesn't have a catch right to the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me.
Ahí se vio
But
cómo la
that was
agarró.
one he should have caught.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing now is, and now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down.
Podría pasar un milagro que fuera la luz o algo. Así el partido no cuenta.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. He's going to take another shot here.
No puede ser que lo hace.
He's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
I just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
On
third down, Wilson.
No.
He's going to go up top again.
No, güey, voy a gastarme el dinero para huevo. Vamos, güey. No, güey, ahorita ya. Puro pinche pase largo voy a tener que hacer, güey. Me vale ver.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're
Ya
watching
nomás
this
puras
and
de
have
estas
seen
madres,
it,
porque si hago
but it just
jugaditas
talks about the game of
pequeñitas.
football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did 3 times. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one
Confía en ti
almost
que me vas a proteger por todo el tiempo necesario. Por todo el... Ah, güey, es que todos se amontonan, güey.
Many times the mindset of a
Call of Duty,
after a quarterback's thrown an interception on the previous drive is to come right back and give them a throw to get their confidence back. Give them something easy, get a completion, kind of get them settled again. Instead, this ball was tipped in the air and almost turned into an interception. Offense trying to make a big play, defense trying to make a big play, turned into an incompletion. So now maybe they can back off a little bit, try to
¿Cuánto me quedé? 2
relax
pinches
and get
putas
him something
yardas,
that'll
neta.
work. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.
Güey, ninguna puta posibilidad de anotar, güey. Es muy poca la probabilidad. ¡A huevo! ¡Vamos, güey! 2 minutos, güey, no mames.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain.
A ver, el pendejo del Sherman.
And now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Situaciones definitivas y definitivas. Ah, puta madre. Es que hay defensa en los dos lados.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play in good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play.
Güey, que si no hubiera defensa ahí, güey, ahorita ya pinches, hubiera avanzado hasta allá, güey, pinches. Lo que me está fallando. Vamos, sí, güey, a huevo que entré, güey, a huevo que entré. A huevo que entré. Vamos. Con pinches jugaditas pequeñas, pero a huevo. No, güey. 10 minutos, no mames. Aquí ya 1 hora.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Cada madre.
Time for a break. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense.
Oh,
it's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Oh, güey, ¿por qué?
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Green 39! Green 39! Back that it up, Philly, here we go!
Podría hacerle la pendeja. Bueno.
Wentz now on first down.
Ya cayó, güey. Vamos, vamos, cuatro.
It's
Puta
thrown
madre.
incomplete.
Puto número
He was
20
looking
de
for
mierda.
Matthews that time, and that'll bring up second down.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Necesito que alguien deshaga de
Wentz
la
now to
defensa.
throw. That's incomplete.
Esa
Nearly
mierda de
another
negro,
pick.
güey.
My goodness. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Here comes the 8th play.
Aquí ya valió verga.
Wentz to throw.
Estamos de acuerdo, estamos de acuerdo, estamos de acuerdo, estamos de acuerdo.
And this is intercepted. And that
Ah,
should do
bueno,
it.
ya.
Picked off by Deshaun
bueno.
Shedd. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
No, güey, ya no.
The eight.
Si le hubiera
The
puesto un
last
poquito
time
más
we
de
saw
tiempo,
7,
igual.
2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And that's caught
Wait.
inside the
Bien,
35.
bien, bien. Dois down, dois down.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 57 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be really
A ver,
easy to
loco,
say
te
that they
pones
are
a hacer tu
firmly in
pinche
control
carota,
right
¿eh?
now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Verga. Tengo que anotar 2 veces, güey, lo cual lo veo imposible.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Lo veo imposible, güey, la neta.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about,
¿Qué te
turnovers.
pasa?
Minimizing those and
Güey, ¿qué
maximizing
pedo?
opportunities.
¿Cómo que no
Veteran
mames,
select the one he
güey?
was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that
Tal
could really
vez,
change the
güey,
way
si
this
hubiera
game was
estado
going.
todavía en los putos... No, güey, no me la jugué.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And
Vamos.
intercepted. Maybe the
No, güey,
time
ni
for
que lo
JD.
intercepta ahorita.
Picked off
Ya
by the
me
veteran
estaban
Lewis
ganando.
McKelvin. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't
Menos que
it?
del
It does,
pinche...
and you wonder
un
about their
minuto,
strategy
ya muy
because with a
hardcore.
2-score lead, you would think maybe you just...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining. And now the Seahawks are going to call another
Pido
timeout.
tiempo, pido
That'll leave
tiempo.
them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to
Creo
the
que ya todos
right.
sabemos que ya valió verga, ¿verdad?
So after the
Creo que ya todo el
INT,
mundo
here's
sabe.
Wentz. And it pops
No,
free.
güey,
The
luego me hacen
collision there
tackle.
jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
¡A huevo! ¡No mames, güey! ¿Por qué no la agarró?
Took a shot, couldn't
Güey,
connect.
qué pendejo, güey.
Ya la había agarrado, güey. Pinche falta. Ándale, poquito.
No mames, ¿yo qué hice? No. Nada más que me recomienda el puta les perdona porque si no.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Una revancha, no hay nada, ¿eh? Yo quiero
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Vale, man.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Pero creo que el domingo todo se les pasa
Now Wentz got
porque regresa a la casa del
Oh! And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
No bueno,
That's
güey.
going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Ay, pues sí, eso es normal. Y tanto pinche drama para que tanto pinche drama. Sí, cabrón. Ay, sí, gran celebración.
Wilson wants to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the veteran Leonis McKelvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass,
Con
is
eso
all
me
about
voy feliz,
positioning
güey.
and
Con eso me
technique.
voy
And
feliz.
this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Con eso me voy feliz, güey.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes,
Vamos,
and it's going to be a first
Con un
down.
puto
Well done.
touchdown me voy feliz, güey.
And
Con
with
uno
that
más.
last play, he's now
No
up
puedo
over
creer
that
en
300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Puta, güey. Vamos. Por lo menos con un puto touchdown más me quiero ir, güey. No me
Now
quiero
play
quedar.
fake here.
Este güey, ¿qué
And
pedo?
down he goes.
Güey, apareció detrás, güey.
Reed in there to get him for a loss of 5. A rookie QB struggling gets thrown down
No
to the
mames,
ground
¿qué
there,
pedo?
but, yeah, maybe this
¡Ándale!
game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a
Güey,
learning
qué pedo,
experience
el
for
tiempo
him.
se fue en putiza.
Shin Barosh,
No
gracias por
mames,
participar, amiguito. Mucho gusto por jugar.
No, se pasó de ver.
Ganaron los Seahawks de Seattle.
Ah, cabrón. ¿Cómo
Oye, por la
manda?
botanita, date unas sabritas.
Ah, ¿cómo mamas?
Bueno, hasta luego.
No quiero
Me
quedar
despido,
como
mucho
ella,
gusto
vato. Ay,
por haber jugado.
más. Bueno, ya saben, el domingo, ahorita mismo,
Ganaron los Seahawks.
ahorita mismo puede haber transmisión de Fortnite. O tal vez el domingo. Adiós, nos vemos hasta la próxima.
No, ¿qué pasa?